Let's see. All right, that lighting is okay. The lighting is always just so interesting. All right, so we're gonna get started. Today I'm gonna show you guys basically how I like to apply my foundation and concealer. So we're gonna do a flawless face routine. So this is my skin. I just got over a major breakout. It's doing a lot better than it was. And as you can see, I have a lot of acne scarring. So yeah, let's get into it. My face is already moisturized, so we're gonna go in with primer. I have lots and lots of primers that I truly enjoy, but one of my favorites is from Touch and Soul, and it's their No Pore Bloom Primer. Looks like this. There you go, you can see there. This stuff is awesome, but I think it has silicone in it, so sometimes that can cause you to get more oily. And I like to use 2 pumps. I put one on my forehead, and then I put one right on my nose. The pump I put on my nose, I like to focus on the lower half of my face, so my nose, the sides of my nose is my pore area, and then my upper lip and chin. I'm just going to rub it in with clean hands. I've been washing my hands so much that they are now starting to peel off like I'm a snake, and it's very, just, I don't like it. Then the one I put on my forehead, I'm going to focus that on my very large forehead and my eyelids and like eyebrow area and my temples, basically the upper half of my face. And I'm also going to try and get close to my hairline too, even though that doesn't really get oily. But sometimes if you don't prime, it can leave like a line of demarcation, or your foundation can lay differently where you don't put primer. So I just like to make sure I get those areas as well so that it doesn't look strange in the end. And I just washed my hair today, and I put it in a ponytail. But the cream that I used in my hair did not want to mix with any of my gels. So I ended up doing this without any gel. And it's a little frizzy. It's not as sleek as I would like it to be, but it's not bad for no gel. Actually pretty proud of this ponytail with no gel. I did use a little bit of edge control just to kind of do something with my edges, but it's not anything fancy. So that's my hair. It feels so moisturized though, because I just use creams and a like curling custard just so that my ponytail could have some sort of definition. But it's all still drying, and we'll see how it looks dry. And maybe once it's dry, I can go in with some sort of gel just on the outer shell to keep it nice and smooth. But yeah, I didn't have to feel like wearing my hair down or doing like a full-on wash and go, even though it doesn't take me long. I just needed a change from the wash and goes I've been doing. So face is primed. That primer really does a good job of smoothing. It almost kind of, I feel like, blurs your skin a little bit, which I really like. I know a lot of people like to powder before foundation. I haven't really gotten into that too much. It's something I want to explore though in the future, but I'm not going to do it today because I normally don't. So we're going to go to foundation next, and I'm going to mix foundations. I like to mix personally a lot just to get your customized shade and your customized kind of formula and finish. So I'm going to take the the Urban Decay Stay Naked. This is in the shade 81 Warm Yellow, and this is a little bit too dark for me. And as you can see, I've almost used this whole thing up. I probably have about, I don't know, 5 more makeup applications in here. It's basically almost empty. You can see through the bottle. And I have the NARS Longwear Natural Radiant Foundation in the shade New Caledonia Deep 2. And this one is a little bit too light for my skin this time of year, as you can see. And this one is a little bit too deep on my skin, so I'm going to mix them together. First, we're going to shake them. All right, let me get my brush. I prefer like buffing flat top brushes like this. This is a It Cosmetics Airbrush Buffing Foundation number 110. So I'm going to use that to apply it. And these do kind of squirt out a little crazy, so just be careful. I like to just squirt it directly on my face. So that's 1 pump of Urban Decay. And we're going to do 2 pumps of NARS because they're smaller pumps. 1, 2. to start with. So 1 pump Urban Decay, 2 pumps NARS, and I just mix it together on my face just like that. And you can see the coverage is amazing. This should be able to do 1 whole half of my face. And you see how quickly that applies, how easily it blends out, and how amazing the coverage is. And I mostly press this into my skin. So that's one side with foundation. You can see from the front, and then without foundation. So these are amazing. They provide great coverage. The NARS is natural radiant, so it has more of like a skin-like finish to it, and the Urban Decay is also a skin-like finish. So I really like both these foundations. The Urban Decay leans a little bit more mattifying though than the oops. The Urban Decay leans a little bit more matte though than the NARS, which is why I like to mix these two. But the finish on both of them is more of a natural finish. So 1 pump Urban Decay. And that's what that looks like. To 2 pumps NARS. 1, 2. And these are like tiny little pea-sized pumps. That's why I do 2. And then I mix them together with my brush. And then I go in and I buff it into the skin. You can see I'm like pouncing it into my skin. I only need like circular motions just to blend the 2 shades together, but then I start to pounce it in. And I go over my eyelids, I go over my entire face, make sure to get under the chin. Go around the mouth where I have some darkness, some hyperpigmentation. My upper lip is just like naturally shaded there. So I like to go around there. But the coverage on both of these is so good. I only have to do 1 layer with them mixed together. And that's another reason I like both these mixed. I don't have to apply a lot. I can do 1 layer. And that's what my skin is looking like now. With whatever's left over, I kind of feather out the foundation. I go over my ears, behind my ears a little bit, down the neck just a tiny bit, just to make sure it kind of like feathers out and blends with the rest of my complexion. So that's foundation. Done! The Urban Decay is one of my all-time favorites. It just wears so beautifully on the skin. They have so many different shades to choose from. The finish is great. It's lightweight, it's buildable, it's breathable, it's weightless on your skin. This is one of my top favorite foundations. Definitely would recommend, you know, purchasing this. I'm just going to put those back. I'm almost done with both of those. Next, after this, I would go in with concealer. And I just recently started wearing concealer, so I have several favorites. Today, since the eyes are going to be so bold, let's go in with one that's closer to my skin tone. I really enjoy the Smashbox concealer, and this is one that I've also almost used up completely. So that makes me happy. This is in the shade Dark Warm Golden. And you're going to see that it's like a shade lighter than my skin, maybe 2. I'm going to apply it generously to my under eye area. But yeah, I really like the formula of this concealer. It's just kind of small, I think, compared to other concealers. So I don't know if I would repurchase it just because of how small it is and for the price, the value. But I do love this formula. All right. Again, that's the Smashbox Studio Skin Flawless 24-Hour Concealer in the shade Dark Warm Golden. To me, this is more of a natural highlight. It's not excessively bright. And it's also very warm. So if you have like a lot of dark circles or hyperpigmentation, it will help to mask all of that. And I've been loving going in with a brush to blend in my concealer. I feel like it's faster. I feel like it's easier. So I'm going to use this BH Cosmetics number 137 brush. You can see it's kind of angled and it's very dense. So I'm just gonna use this brush and I'm just gonna pat that concealer into my skin, and I'm gonna go over my eyelid as well and up to my brow, because that's how I prep my eyes for eyeshadow. I just thought this was the perfect size too for my eye area, my lid. It's not too big, it's not too small. It can get up under the eye. It just blends out so easily, so seamlessly. And the shade is perfect because it's not too bright. I don't like concealers that are too bright. Because I feel like when you highlight with super bright colors, I don't know, it just kind of changes the whole color of your face almost. It's almost like, well, why would you even put on foundation if you're going to put concealer everywhere that's not even your shade? I don't know. A lot of people do a lot of contouring and stuff, but you'll see I keep it relatively simple. I don't do a lot of contouring and all that, and I ain't got time because I literally just started wearing concealer. Like, that's the most recent thing I've kind of added. And then with whatever's left over the brush, I like to go in between and over top of my eyebrows. And I'll go down the bridge of my nose with whatever's left on the brush. I'll go over my upper lip and on my chin. You'll see it applies very smooth, it's well blended. You can just tap over the edges if you feel like it looks kind of harsh. Beautiful, love it. And of course, if you wanted to brighten up even more, you could go in with like just a pop of really light concealer. Sometimes I do that, but today I don't really feel the need because the focus is going to be more so on the eyeshadow. So that's one of my favorites. Next, we're going to go and set the under eye area. Let me get the brushes that I need for that. And I'm going to use a fancy powder. I'll show you a couple of my favorites. You can kind of consider this kind of like a Sephora recommendations. I definitely highly recommend the Urban Decay Stay Naked Weightless 24-Hour Wear Foundation. And the concealer is good too. I just didn't use it today. And the Smashbox concealer I really like. For powders, I love the Huda Beauty Easy Bake Loose Setting Powder. This stuff is amazing. I use the shade Kanafa. But today I'm going to use Pat McGrath. And it's her pressed powder, the Sublime Perfection Blurring Under Eye Powder in the shade Deep. I really like this. It works great. And I like that it's pressed. I feel like it's like a little bit less messy, even though you do get a lot of kickback. And I'm going to use another angled brush like this. This is another BH Cosmetics brush, a number 136. And I'm going to go ahead and do one eye at a time. So I go in and tap out any creasing, if there is any. Most of the time it's on my lid, not really under the eye. But I'll go in and smooth that out, and then I'll take my brush, pick up some of the powder, and I go in and I like to press. Start by pressing. I feel like when you press, it just fills in the lines first. And then you can go in and kind of sweep after you press. And I'm going over my lid all the way up to the brow, basically everywhere we place that concealer, so my whole kind of cheekbone and under eye area and brow and lid. And of course my eyes started to water. Allergies, yo. It won't let me be great. And this brush is soft. The tip of it is very flexible. Like, I'm barely applying any pressure, so it really sweeps the powder in. It's gentle on my eye area. You can see how that set it. It's now matte. It's very smooth. I don't know what my inner corner is doing. Hold on, let me get a tissue. At least my eyes are not itchy today. They don't itch at all right now. But like all night long, my eyes are so itchy. All night long. Okay. Cool story. That's one eye done. Now for the other eye, tapping out any creases with the brush I used to apply the concealer, to blend it in rather. Going into the Pat's powder. Pressing it in first to really fill in the fine lines. locking the concealer in place. And then we're going to go in and do more. Making sure I get over top of my brow too. My lid, this whole area, and then, like I said, the whole cheekbone basically. This is the shade Deep. I find that it does not alter the color of what I have on my face at all, my liquid products at all, which I enjoy. Also going to take some go in between my brows. You're going to notice I do the same thing with the powder that I did with the concealer, and then kind of go down the bridge of my nose, which is where I get oily the most. I'm just going to tap down the bridge of my nose with this powder. I'm going to go over my upper lip. Onto the chin, around my mouth a little bit. All right. So that's the concealer portion and how I powder my under eye area. Now this powder is very mattifying, so if you don't like very matte skin, then I don't suggest you use this. But I just love that it's pressed. It just makes it so easy to apply, and I really like the way it looks on my skin. Next, I'm going to set the perimeter of my face. And I've been using a bigger, fluffier brush. I find that I don't need as much powder as I normally go in with. You can kind of tell from the foundation that the bottom half of my face, which is more normal, looks basically almost kind of like it's set. But my forehead is already kind of shiny because I have more oily skin, so I have to use powder. Now, for powders, one of my favorites is from Estee Lauder, and it's their foundation powder. I technically like to set my foundation with foundation powders, not always setting powders or finishing powders. That's just me. And I love Double Wear Stay in Place Matte Powder Foundation, the shade 7W1 Deep Spice. That's like my perfect color. But I'm basically almost out of this. Like, I've hit pan. I honestly need to get another one, but your girl is going to wait. Today we're going to use one that I truly enjoy that's very affordable. We're going to use Maybelline Fit Me in the shade 360 Mocha. And I have a little puff because I like to touch up with this and like press it into my skin. That really helps like with oil control. So I'm just going to use whatever's on this puff and go right in the center of my forehead where I get most shiny. Every video call I have like that white spot of shine. And then I'm going to take my brush, and I've hit pan on this too. And this is a big fluffy It Cosmetics brush number 126 blurring powder, airbrush blurring powder. And I'm going to really like get it in there. Like, I'm really digging into this powder to really get it into the brush. And I'm just going to go in and press everywhere else that I did not apply any powder yet to set the rest of my face. You notice I do a lot of pressing because that helps to build coverage and it doesn't disturb what you've already laid down. You don't want to move it around more. So that's why I do a lot of pressing instead of like swiping and swirling. I'm also going up the sides of my nose with this big brush. And because it's more fluffy, it doesn't put like too much powder. It doesn't make it very heavy, which is why you see me do like multiple layers. I go over areas more than once to really make sure that they're set, and I can layer up the powder because this is a powder foundation, so it will give you some additional coverage, but it's like a medium coverage. So we have on full coverage foundation with medium coverage powder on top, but we're building it up in light layers so it doesn't look cakey, but you will be super duper matte. I want to emphasize that. This is for people that have more oily skin, the way I apply my makeup. But it lasts and I don't have to touch it, which is why I do what I do. I don't really have to touch up. Good morning. Oh no, it's afternoon. No, wait, it is morning. I don't know actually. I think it is afternoon. It's going to be afternoon soon. I bet you that. It's going to be afternoon soon. I think. I don't know. I think I have a meeting at 1 p.m. today. I think it's optional for me to join in. I didn't say confirm that I was going to join in, but I want to if it is today or is it next week Friday? See, I can't remember these things. It's either today or next week Friday. So either which way, I feel like playing in makeup. So it don't really matter if it is today or next week. And I also like to lightly tap over the edges of my hair too, so that area is set and there's no lines of demarcation. It is afternoon already? Cool, 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 cool. So if I feel like there's places that aren't fully set or I need to get closer to my edges, I'll take a smaller flat top brush and go in with the powder, and I'll just go like around those areas so I don't mess up my hair too much. So I'm just going to do that a little bit. And you can also like hit the sides of your nose if you need that to be extra set. For me, it's the center and the tip of my nose that likes to like sweat and the makeup like just disappear into oblivion sometimes. But yeah, so that's the Maybelline powder. I really like it. It works great. So it's kind of a dupe or replacement for my Estee Lauder Double Wear, which is why I said I'm not going to buy another one. I think I'm just going to continue with the Maybelline because I mean it looks really smooth. The color is good. It's lovely. Hello. Good afternoon. So the last, well, not last step. I keep forgetting there's more steps. Yo, more steps. If you're being fancy. Sometimes I don't always wear blush. Sometimes I don't always wear bronzer. Sometimes I don't always contour. So sometimes I don't always wear highlight. But for the sake of this video, I think I'm going to show you all three. Just so you can see my flawless foundation routine. So basically this is like actual foundation, concealer, and like powder. So now we're going to go into what I would consider to be extras. These are things I don't do every day. So let's talk about bronzer next, because that would normally be what I do next. I have one that I absolutely love. Thank you. Yeah, it's really good. I feel like it matches really well. And I really love, oops, that's upside down, Hoola Toasted bronzer. Looks like this. I just ordered the Fenty Mocha Mami though. But that's not available at Ulta, which is why I haven't bought it yet. But you know, it's the VIB sale. Anyways, it looks like this. Looking in the pan, you're like, that don't look like it's going to do nothing on your skin tone. But I promise you, it's way deeper than I am. So I'm going to use a fluffy brush like this. I really like the shape of this because it's kind of pinched. It's not too big. And it's also rounded, so like you can just use the tip, and if you want more product, you can press it in. I really like the shape of this, so I'm going to take this brush. It's from BH Cosmetics, and it's my Ray Ray number 2. Now I'm going to take this and start to apply this bronzer. Now, to me, this bronzer is more of a neutral to cool tone. It's not very like warm and reddish. So like be careful how much you apply because it gets intense. And I like to kind of start basically at the top of my ear and bring it in this area. This is where I apply it. I don't like to take it too far down though. Kind of just keep it on the side of my face. But you can see that definitely adds some definition to my face. Some structure, some shape. And you can just layer it up. That's another tip with makeup, like layer it up, start with a little bit, add more, because if you go in with too much, it's very hard to take it away. Not impossible, just more difficult. So I'm going to do the same thing on the other side, starting at the top of my ear, going in this area. Since I got my whole face out with my hair back, might as well, you know, snatch it a little extra today. But I don't have any gel in this ponytail, and I can just see as it's drying, I see frizz just like haloing the top of my head. Y'all can see it too. Y'all can see the frizz. I didn't use any gel though, so we'll see how long this ponytail lasts. I have a feeling that when I sleep on it, it's gonna look so raggedy tomorrow, but hopefully when it dries, I can add a little bit of gel to the outer shell to help control the frizz. And most of the color I put like right next to my ear, and then I like kind of diffuse it out. Diffuse it out. So I just wanted to show just a little bit from the front, like just a little bit, not too much. If you want to go in and like clean up underneath to make it sharper, you can, but I normally don't do that unless like I'm being super extra, like going out, like doing a photo shoot or something. I don't always do that, or if I like get too out of control, but I feel like it already is kind of like sharp enough for me, for my liking. I also like to take the bronzer and I will put some on the side of my nose using the same brush. I literally just brush it up and down the side of my nose. And I like to do the bottom of my nose. I kind of go into that brow area just a little bit, not too much. And then I kind of like flick it upwards. So it kind of goes over the top of my nails a little bit too. Then I kind of flick in there. Flickety flick, flick, flick. Awesome. And you can do your forehead. I'll do a little bit of my forehead. My forehead is very large, as you can tell. I have a big forehead. That's fine. So I like to start in the center. Most people like start on the sides. I like to start in the center. And this method is supposed to like make your forehead look a little smaller, but I mean, there's no denying that my forehead is big. I kind of just go across the top in the center. I don't even worry about the sides or the temples because, yeah, I'm trying to reduce the size. So I kind of just stay this top section, like the top 2 inches of my forehead, and we just bronze it on up. And you see I'm just tapping, building it up, light layers, very important. If you learn anything today, just do light layers so you don't go overboard, because yeah, that's no fun trying to fix things. Then with whatever's left over, I just go under my chin. Even though I don't really have a problem with like double chin, I also like do this, but just so I don't waste whatever's in the brush, honestly. Go over your ears, whatever. Just use up the product. I don't like to waste any product on brush. So that's bronzing for you. Bronzing complete. So after bronzer, I would go into highlight. I like to do my blush last so that everything mixes together. What highlighter do I want to use today? Let's use one of my favorites. Let's use Amrezy from Anastasia Beverly Hills. Even though you can't get it anymore, it's one of my favorite highlighters. Looks like this. This is so beautiful. Looks like that. And I mean, looking at it, you would think that's not going to be a shade that she can wear. But no, it's beautiful. I love this highlighter. It's not too gold. It's not too silvery. So I feel like it matches like every makeup look. Like, I don't know, just it looks really good. Normally I like to use like a fluffier brush, but I'm gonna use this little stippling brush. It's an e.l.f. small stipple brush because I be lazy with brushes, y'all. So I'm just gonna dip that in here. I also kind of like the way this stipple brush applies highlight. It makes it a little softer and more diffused. So I'm gonna go in mostly like back and forth and then small little circles to really blend it in. Y'all probably can't hardly even see it, but that's kind of what I want. I haven't really been into intense highlight as of late. Even though this skin in this area is very smooth and like not textured. I don't know. I'm just not into the super intense lately. I think it has to do with like it's not a trend anymore either, but you know. I hope y'all cannot hear my neighbor peeing right now. Like I said, I'm just going in light layers, building it up. Does this take more time? Yes. But I feel like it also kind of saves you time, because if you go in and you apply too much and you're like, oh my goodness, I have to fix this, I have to take it off, and you're like panicking. That takes time to correct when you do too much. So And I like to do this C shape where I also bring it into my brow bone and like this area up here like this. See the C shape? I like that. I go a little bit above the brow. Just highlight the whole brow bone area. And I go pretty high, like towards my hairline, because I want my face to look a little bit wider because I have a very oblong face. So you place highlighter where it flatters your face shape and gives you the desired look that you want. So that's the thing with highlighter. Placement is going to be different for everybody. All right. I feel like this side always looks a little, whoa there. A little more subtle than this side. And then I'm just going to take this brush and kind of go down my nose with it. And on the tip of the nose. And that is highlight applied. It just looks very glowy. It's really, really pretty. I love the shade of this. So after highlight, I will go back to my bronzer brush and I will just literally like kind of go over top of it with the bronzer brush, whatever's left in there, to kind of soften it a little bit before I even go in with blush. So I want everything to blend together. All right, now it's time for blush. And I like to use this goodness gracious, Ulta Beauty blush brush. That's a tongue twister. Blush brush. I just really love this brush for blush. And one of my favorites lately has been, well, I have two kind of favorites. Did I even close this all the way the other day? Sure didn't. Well, I'm going to use it today. One of my favorites has been this Alamar Cosmetics blush trio in dark rich. I really love all three shades in here, and I got this in BoxyCharm. Love these shades. And I've been loving from Cover FX Spice Cinnamon. This is so pretty. This shade is so beautiful. Love it. So we're going to use Spice Cinnamon. And I'm going to go into the matte side. There's a matte and a metallic side. I'm going to go into the matte side. It's very pigmented. Oh, look, I already like put a lot. And I'm just going to like flick it onto my cheeks. I do a lot of like flicking, pressing. And it is so pretty. The shade is so pretty. And I kind of keep it higher up, kind of on my cheekbone. Kind of overlapping with the highlight, to be honest. But that's how I feel like everything gets like blended and blurred together. This shade is beautiful. But yeah. Then I kind of go in and swirl over the bronzer portion a little bit. And that's how I apply blush. It's not super intense because I don't really want it to be. But it's definitely there. I feel like you can see it more in person than you can on camera, and that's okay. But I like doing the blush last because it kind of mixes the highlight and the bronzer together. It just blends everything together because it's supposed to be in the middle, but I overlap it with both so that we don't have straight up stripes on my face. I don't want stripes on the face. And the lighting is making it look a little bit more harsh, but that's okay. So that's how I do my base. My flawless foundation routine. I showed you primer, foundation, concealer, under eye powder, all over face powder, bronzer, highlight, and blush. So that's how I do my flawless face routine. I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys in the natural light, and then we'll come back to my brows, eyeshadow, and all that fun stuff. Ooh, I'm freezing. So here I am in the natural light, my living room. Nola is knocked out asleep on the couch. I don't know why it looks kind of dark in here today. But you can see, why is it so dark in here today? Like I'm literally in front of the same window I always go to. you can see how everything looks and how it's all very, in my opinion, well blended together. So yeah, let's go finish the rest of my makeup because I look a little scary with, you know, nothing else on. Oh, she woke up. Let me show you my dog. How you being a sweet girl? Yeah, you sleepy puppy? Sleepy puppy. Love you. All right. Bye, Nola June. All right, let's finish the rest of the makeup. On to the brows. The brows. The brows. For my brows, I keep it very simple. Very, very simple. Yes, I'm about to do my brows on camera because, as you can see, I have rather thin brows. And when I do a full face of makeup, you kind of can't see them really. Like, they're there, but they're not there. And I like dark brows. I like black brows, to be specific. So we're gonna make that happen for me right now. My nose is itchy, yo. So I like to use an old mascara as a brow gel, or a mascara I don't like. And this is the Hank & Henry mascara, and it has two sides. A lower lash mascara, so it's really small, and then an upper lash mascara. So we're gonna use that as our like brow gel. And then a pencil. It can be I don't care. It can be an eyeliner pencil or it can be a brow pencil, but I just need it to be black. Blackity black, like me. So I'm using this one from Good Afternoon from Soap and Glory. You can see it's really tiny because I use up the whole thing. First, I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna make a line on the bottom to like get the general shape and arch height and stuff. And how I'm doing that is I'm following the shape of my brows naturally. So I'm like right at the bottom of all the hair follicles. Then I'm going to extend the line a little bit past where I have hair growing because my brows kind of stop growing like a little too far apart for my liking. I like them to be a little bit closer together. So I extend that line just a little bit past where I have hair in the front. Just a little bit. And then I'm going to go in and make hair strokes going upward. Like this. Up. I'm going to stay on the line. Not going in front of the line yet, but I will. So we're just going up, up, up. They can be kind of spaced out however you want. And then I'm going to make a few in front of the line because I still want my brows to be a little bit closer than what they are now. And it's best if it's really sharp or if you can find like an edge. We're going to try this. And I do just like a couple. Sometimes just one, depending. All right, I feel like they're pretty symmetrical. Sometimes I need to like extend them a little bit if they're not low enough or tall enough. That looks great. Now I'm going to go in with the mascara and I'm going to use the upper lash side, so the thicker side that looks like your traditional mascara wand. And I'm going to go in and brush my brow hairs upward. Oh, my dog's barking. To blend in what we've already done and just see where I'm at when it comes to like filling them in. Like I said, this is kind of dried up, so it's not like super goopy or anything like that because it's dried up. So now I can see what's going on and where there's still like blank spots. So I'm just gonna go in and fill in the places I feel like need some more hair strokes. Sometimes I look in the small mirror, sometimes I look in my bathroom mirror. Oops, went a little too low. Oh well, that's just gonna have to stay there. It's gonna bother me. But I don't clean my brows up with concealer or anything like that because that's too much for me. Alright, and then after I feel like I've got them filled in, I will go do the top and the tail. And again, I'm following the hair that's already there. And depending on the day, I might want my brows to be a little bit thicker or a little bit thinner, so I might like move the hairs as I draw the line, or sometimes I'll go slightly above them and that'll give a thicker look. Oops. Your girl's making mistakes while she's trying to talk and do it at the same time. And then you can extend the tail out as long as you want it to be. Since my arch is a little bit thicker than what it normally is, I'm going to keep the brows kind of not as long as I would normally do. Alright, after that I go back in with the lower lash mascara. So you can see it's much smaller, much thinner, and I'm going to go in and brush the hairs again to blend them with the pencil. And to make sure I didn't like miss any spots, or see if there's anywhere I need to add more pencil before I'm like done with my brows. Alright, and sometimes I might switch to a pencil that's a little bit lighter. So I'm just going to use this one from Revlon Color Stay Brow Pencil Crown in Soft Black. And I will go in and fill in other spots that I feel like are sparse or like straighten out lines. Like basically to perfect them. If I feel like there's any issues. That's kind of my way of cleaning it up. Like this one's way sharper now after I just did that little bit of like perfecting. But for me to use this alone though, it's not as black. So that's why I don't really like to use it on its own. But I love it for like perfecting the brows and like fixing mistakes and things. But on its own, it's too soft of a black for me. Alright, and my brows are done. Normally it doesn't take me that long, but I was making mistakes today, and that's okay. So these are the brows now. This one came out extra good. This one's like, okay. This one's really good. And that's how I do my brows. So now we can move on to the fun part, eyeshadow. I love complexion products, but I have the most fun doing eyeshadow because it's like colorful. So we're going to focus on using my multi-chromes today. We're going to use one on the lid. We're going to use a different one, I think, in the tear duct, and then another one on the lower lash line. So we're going to be very colorful, have lots of fun. And then I will choose a matte to pair with it in the crease, and we're going to use my Colored Rain Vivid Pigments and Shadows. This is a great palette if you like colorful makeup. Let me show you. It has all the colors of the rainbow. Oh, look, it's me. All the colors of the rainbow are in here. so, so, so pretty. So we can kind of figure out what we're gonna do. I like to start with the crease color first and then go into the shimmers. Honestly, I'm feeling like doing a navy blue in my crease today, or I could do a red. That could be really interesting. Let's do navy blue. I'm feeling navy blue in the crease, so we're going to use the shade Yacht Life, which is this, the third one. This one? I don't want that in my crease. Nah. I'm going to use this one. This blue, the navy blue, Yacht Life. And another thing about this palette is they kind of have it in like order. So you have your purples here, you have your blues here, you have your, I don't know, that's like a peach, and then yellow and green, and then you have your red, pink, orange. So I like that this palette is organized as well. They give you a gradient. But yeah, I'm gonna use this shade Yacht Life, that dark matte blue, and that's gonna be our crease color for the look, and then we'll go crazy with the multi-chrome pigments. I'm just gonna use this brush that I've been using this week, which is a tapered blending brush from Lavish that I got in BoxyCharm or my Tribe Beauty box. So we're gonna put Yacht Life, which is very dark. That's beautiful. I love like a deep navy blue. And this is a pigment, so you can see I'm tapping it on first where I want it. And then I'm going to go back and blend it. I mean, this is a vibe in itself, honestly. If you want to be a little avant-garde. All right. Now that I've got it kind of placed where I want it to be, with whatever's left over in this brush, I'm going to start to blend into my crease and blend out the edges of the shade. Now remember, this is super pigmented, super powerful, and I don't really want to use any other mattes, so like take your time, really finesse it how you want it to look. Like a little bit of this goes a long way. Like I was able to smoke that out and like put some in the crease without adding any additional product. Now since I'm on the second eye, I'm just going to dip into Yacht Life and then start to blend. I have the 2C slide stuck in my head. I cannot get it out of my head. And I learned how to do the dance, so. I'm just gonna blend out the edges. Feathering out the edges. And then I'm going to go in and re-stamp some right in the socket. In the outer V area. Just so I don't lose the true depth of the blue. Alright, so that is laid down. Now we can go on with all the fun colors. I'm super excited. Wow, I have so many choices. Let me organize this a little bit better so you guys can see what I'm working with. So I have two different brands in here. Let me take out the blush too because that's distracting. Let me just take it out temporarily. Yeah, let me organize this. Hold on, let's get it together. All right. And you're gonna see some similarities between the two brands. So these are my multi chrome eyeshadows that I have. My favorite brand of them all are the rectangular ones. These are from Cleonad and these are from Divina. I like both, but I prefer these ones better because they just are a little bit more punchy. You can even see as I turn how they change colors and all the different shades they have inside. So I would prefer to use these 6 today. Well, not all 6 of them, but we're going to choose from those 6 for the look. So let's choose, what should I put on my lid? Which one? We'll call this one number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the green is 1, purple is 2, but I did the purple yesterday. 3, 4, 5, and 6. Which one should I do? Which one should I do? They're so beautiful. I don't know. What do I want on my lid? I'm thinking that one for the lower lash line. Yeah, let's put that on the lash line. So number 3 is going to go on my lower lash line. And then I need an inner corner and a lid shade. I don't know. Which one should I do? Let's go ahead and put number 3 on the lower lash line. I'll let y'all choose the lid shade and the tear duct shade. I know I want number 3 on my lower lash line though. Hold on. Now I have to figure out which one it is because holding it this way looks different. I said that's 1, 2, 3. Okay. And I'm just going to use an angled brush. This is supposed to be for your eyebrows, but that's okay. I'm just going to apply this. This might be too thin to apply it. Yeah, this is really thin. Yeah, this is definitely for your eyebrows. Let me use something else. Let me go in. I'm going to wet it. Let's see if I can make it apply faster. I'm going to use like a pencil brush. Yeah, I'm going to go in with it damp. Well, that intensified it a trillion. And it's helping it to go on way faster. That is stunning. All right, let's see which one y'all choose. And if y'all don't choose, I'm gonna choose. Which I think there's only one person watching, so the one person watching, when I show you the colors again, tell me which one to put on my lid. And then a tear duct shade. This is gonna be so fun. Yeah, applying these damp is awesome. They're so pigmented though, you don't really need to apply them damp. Like, they give so much punch and color, but this just makes it easier for this part of my eye area if I just do it damp. And you can still see the flip. That is stunning. I'm excited. Why does that look? That is so pretty. Oh my goodness, so pretty. So fun. All right, what other 2 should I use? Let me show y'all again. All right, that's number 1, 2, 3. 3 I already have on my lower lash line, so I'm gonna go ahead and take that one out. Actually, let's make it easier for y'all to choose. I just don't want to drop these. And I always get some on my finger. Okay. The order has changed. So we have, wait, did I just take out the wrong one? Show did. Yo. Like every time I take them in and out, I touch the wrong color. All right, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Which one should go on the lid next? We're choosing a lid shade. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And remember, they change colors, so they like don't stay that shade. So which one should I put on my lid? 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5? Which one? Which one? Which one? 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. Which one should go on the lid? I'm about to just choose one if I don't get any feedback. I'm gonna fix the shade in the outer V area. I'm gonna intensify it. Which I'm gonna have to do after I apply my lid shade anyway, but Nola and Louise. Nola June. Are you being a good girl? You heard me call your name. Good mama. Oh, are you tired? That was a big yawn. My dog is yawning. All right, what color should I use, y'all? What color should I put on my lid? Help me choose. 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. Do 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 do. What color? Number 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. You have 30 seconds to choose. I don't have a timer, so I'm just gonna wait. All right, you voted number 4. To go on the lid. No, let's do number 1 and number 4 on the tear duct. All right, I've got my thoughts gathered. We're gonna put this shade on the lid. And I'll tell you the names at the end. I'm just gonna move them again so I know what I'm doing. All right, let me just fix my lower lash line. I'm just like all about perfecting nowadays that I have time to like do this. This is just so fun. All right, let's put that shade on the lid. I'm gonna use my middle finger. I'm just gonna apply it to my lid. I'm using mostly kind of pressing and like swipe just a little bit. Press and swipe. I forgot I was supposed to order food today. That's okay. Oh wait, I might still have time. I don't know, I'm all discombobulated. It was like what day it is, what I need to do, what I should have done, what. If I don't write it down in my planner, like, bro, I'm not gonna remember. is so pretty. All right. Let me just inspect. I'm going to go ahead and fix the outer V area and tap some of that over the edges and kind of in the crease a little bit to make sure the whole look comes together. But I love it so far. All right, let's do the inner corner. And we voted on that green looking shade. Let me wipe off the brush. My nose. And I'm gonna take this shade, which is called Patina, and I'm gonna put that in my tear duct area. And we're just gonna end up with like a super colorful, multi-chromatic eye look today. Oh no, we're supposed to have more storms in the south. Thanks. Green's my favorite color. Ooh, that is pretty. Okay, yeah, I'm not mad at this combo. I was like a little concerned. I was like, I'm just choosing colors, but I actually like the way this is turning out. I cannot wait to tag the brand in my pictures that I take today with this super fun, colorful, multi-chromatic makeup that like changes color. That's the cool thing about it, is like depending on how I change the positioning of my head or how you're looking at me, the look can look totally different. That's the fun of like multi-chromes, as they shift and they change. I'm also kind of going in this little area to mesh it all together. And my eye's being nice to me. Thank you, eye, for not watering while I do this. Wow, that's funky. All right. I feel like a little bit like a space. Like I should be in space or something with all the colors I have going on, but they're really pretty. Wow, that's fun. All right, so let's talk about the shades I used. So the one matte shade I used is Yacht Life from Colored Rain. It's this beautiful deep blue. Then on the lid, I have the shade Forge from Cleonad Cosmetics, and it looks like this. Hopefully you can see the shift. You see how it changes? Look at that. So that's what I have on my lid. Then the color I have on my lower lash line is Anil. That looks like this. You can see that shift. That is so pretty. That's what's on my lower lash line. And then for the tear duct, we put the shade Patina. I'll show you kind of how this one shifts. Can you see? We have Patina. So those are the 4 shades we used to create this look, and it is so fun. Very, very fun. Very, very colorful, a little wild. I almost kind of want to put a little bit of that matte blue on the lower lash line, but I'm going to leave it as is because I want the multi-chromes to really show and sparkle and shine for this look. So yeah, we'll continue playing with these and having fun. I really like these because really, if you want to have a really fun look, you can just put one on your lid. You don't need a bunch of different ones to make it look fun and colorful. You just need one on your lid. And I actually need to order some more from them because they have some new shades and new colors that I really want to try out. Because if you notice, a lot of mine are kind of similar. I like the blues and the greens and the purple and like teal shifts. Those are my favorite. or like bronzy orange to like a teal, or like a bronzy orange to like a purple, or a bronzy orange to a green, which I have literally all those combinations on my eyes now. And I really like them though. And the quality is so good. They are a little pricey, but the quality is amazing. So I'm actually just gonna leave those right here, and I'm just gonna leave the blush out of the thing because I have to rearrange all those. All right, let's put on some mascara. I don't feel like curling my lashes today. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't, and today I don't. I'm gonna use my Essence Lash Princess mascara. And even from like this angle, the look looks totally different. It is so pretty. Can y'all see the shift as I like put on mascara? Can't wait to show you guys in the natural light. I literally feel like I should be in space with this makeup look. Like, it is so fun. Do, 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 do. But yeah, these shadows are from their stained glass collection, I believe. From Cleonad Cosmetics stained glass collection. The purple would have been pretty on the lower lash line too. This is so fun. Just trying to get my lashes to look really nice and separated because I'm gonna have to do some close-up eye shots to really show off the shift. Sorry, I'm like blocking y'all. I'm just trying to get those inner little itty bitty lashes. All right, that's enough for the upper lashes. Let's do the lower lashes. And there's like no fallout. Another reason I like multi-chromes, because the way they're pressed, and like if you apply them damp or use your finger, kind of the oils in your finger mix with it, so it becomes almost like a, not a liquid, but like a, I don't know, like a pigment kind of. I don't know. It doesn't have fallout really. Ain't nobody got time for that. Or if you're me, you actually do have time for it. You just are too lazy to really deal with it. I need to write down the 3 shades I use because I'm gonna forget. Where'd you get the lashes? What lashes? I'm not wearing lashes. These are my real lashes. These are my natural lashes. But when I do buy lashes, I buy them from Ulta because I work at Ulta. Hopefully we can reopen soon. I miss working. Y'all, I miss working. Like, I miss I miss working. I miss my students. I miss like helping people at Ulta. Thanks. I think because I don't really wear false lashes, so that helps them grow and not get pulled out on accident. All right, you already know what's about to happen. I'm going to mattify my skin extra with this Flower Beauty powder and a flat brush. Yes, the powder is white. I'm just going to go in real good in my forehead. My forehead is ridiculous. And then right here, side of my nose. We'll go over my nose a little bit and the chin. Now the color, the question of the day is, what lip color do I wear with this kind of look? That literally is like so many different colors. Oh, it looks green. Now it looks bronze. Looks green. Now it's bronze. Yeah, what color did we do? Lip color did we do with this? I love the blush choice with this though. It looks really pretty. What lip color should I do? I've been doing a whole bunch of nude lips as of late, but a nude lip might be best. I don't want it to be glossy though. I'm gonna put on some gloss. Ooh, 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 feeling like a boss. Ooh, ooh, ooh. My hair is so frizzy. In places, it's frizzy. It's not super sleek. That's okay though. So there's no gel on it. All right, lipstick. What are we gonna do? I mean, I could go teal, like we could go all the way cray cray. And I could do like a deep green teal color. This one's called Kale. Or I could do more wearable and do a nude. I'm like, I don't know. Let's just see how I feel. No. Yeah, I don't want the colorful one with it. I'm not feeling it. Let's wipe it off. There's still a little bit on my lip. Yo, my lips are dry. My lips are dry. Or I could do like, no, this comes off more red on me, but this is a really pretty color. Decisions. I want to do more moisturizing lipstick. We could do molasses. Let's see this one. Nope, not that one. Well, you got options. I got options. Not that one. What does this one look like then? Well, you can't remember. Oh yeah, that's in that family too. So we're gonna scoot those over. Sorry, I'm doing some makeup organizing and talking to myself out loud, as a teacher often does. I wore this one already. Let's do something different that I haven't worn yet. What if we do... Is this gonna be too deep? Yeah, that's gonna be a flash. Let's do Mented Cosmetics Nude La La. Let's do that. It's very nude. Definitely, I like that shade, that tone. It just needs lip liner. But love the tone, yeah. And then we'll put gloss on top. So for lip liner, I've been loving using my Bite Beauty. They got rid of this formula, I think, but in the shade Cognac, I love this. It's great. I love the formula of Bite Beauty. Just gonna add just a little bit to the edges. It's perfect as a lip liner. Oh my goodness, that is beautiful. That is such a beautiful lip combination. I think I just found a new fave. That is beautiful. And then gloss on top, even though this is like a satin finish. And this is Cookie from Makeup Revolution. just a little bit more brown. Wow, okay, yes, I love this lip combo. This is cute. Thanks for helping me choose. All right. So this is the finished look in bathroom artificial lighting. And let me show you on the natural light. This is so fun. Oh, perfect timing. And this is in the natural light. The sun ain't on me today. She don't want to come play. I'm hoping y'all can see how the color shifts on my lids and on my lower lash line and in the tear duct. There we go, there we go. All right, you see it's purple. Now it looks more orange. And the lower lash line shifts from like purple to like teal. It's really pretty. All right. Loving the lip combo. I'm gonna do it way more often. But anyways, I hope y'all enjoyed watching me have fun with those multi-chromes. I'm gonna invest in some more soon. Thanks, I'm loving it. It's so fun. It's from Cleonad Cosmetics. That's the brand of the multi-chromes I use. Cleonad, C-L-I-N-O-D-A-H. Thanks. Well, I'm gonna go probably get on a call with my students now. Hope you guys are having a fantastic Friday. Stay safe, make good choices, and wash your hands. Bye. And Nola Jean wants to say bye. Nola Jean, you say bye? She says bye.